In Karnataka, it is the Congress Caste survey Nataka now, and this is with regard to Vokkaliga and Lingayats. These are two strong dominant castes in many ways, even though many of these subsects are as the OBC category. The Vokkaliga ministers are raising the banner of revolt. This is in the Congress-governed state of Karnataka. Basically, what has happened is a Congress is now facing, with regard to Vokkaligas, a claim of grave injustice that has been done to them. Congress Vokkaliga Netas are attacking the caste survey, which is one survey that, remember, even Rahul Gandhi has been boasting about of how the Congress, for example, in Karnataka has led with it. The claim that Vokkaliga numbers are willfully being slashed. Because remember that caste survey eventually could decide the welfare schemes, the categorization, the employment or education opportunities and more. But the Vokkaliga Netas are saying the caste count is arbitrary, it is being manipulated. Let's listen in first to what are these Netas are saying. And remember, DK Shivkumar has been deployed. He's taken it upon himself to ensure that they reach out to Vokkaligas, to the Lingayats. Late night huddles have been happening to convince them.
So, ಎಲ್ಲ ಶಾಸಕರು ಬಂದು ನಮ್ಮ ಅನೇಕ ಅಭಿಪ್ರಾಯಗಳನ್ನು ನಮಗೆಲ್ಲ ತಿಳಿಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಕ್ಯಾಬಿನೆಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಿ ನಾವು ನಮ್ಮ ಜನರ ಪ್ರತಿನಿಧಿಗಳಾಗಿ ಇದ್ಕೊಂಡು ನಾವೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಕೂಡ ಏನು ನ್ಯಾಯವನ್ನು ಒದಗಿಸ್ಕೊಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯನೋ, ಏನು ವಾಸ್ತವಾಂಶ ಏನಿದೆ ಅದನ್ನು ತಿಳಿಸುವಂಥ ಕೆಲಸವನ್ನು ನಾವು ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ. ಇಷ್ಟು ಮಾತ್ರ ಈ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ಬಯಸ್ತೇನೆ. ಸೊ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಒಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ನಾವು ಏನು ಮಾತಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಒಂದು ಧ್ವನಿಯಾಗಿ ಮಾತಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಆ ವಿಚಾರವನ್ನು ನಾವು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಂಡಿಸ್ತೇವೆ. ಅವ್ರು ಕ್ಯಾಬಿನೆಟಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಲವು ನನಗೇನೋ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅವರೆಲ್ಲ. ನಾನು ಕ್ಯಾಬಿನೆಟಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತಾಡೋದನ್ನ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಅದು ಅವಕಾಶ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಕ್ಯಾಬಿನೆಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಎ ಸೀಕ್ರೆಟ್ ಕಾನ್ಫಿಡೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಮೀಟಿಂಗ್. ಕ್ಯಾಬಿನೆಟ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಗೌಪ್ಯ. ಅದು ಕೆಲವು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಅವರೆಲ್ಲ ಅಭಿಪ್ರಾಯಗಳು ತಿಳಿಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಅವ್ರು ಯಾರಾದ್ರೂ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು, ನಾವು ಹಿಂಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ದು ಹಂಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ದು ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನೀವು ಆಫ್ ದಿ ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. ಎಲ್ಲ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ಗೂ
ತೀರ್ಮಾನ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರು ಉಲ್ಟಾ ಹುಡುಕತ್ತವ್ರಿಗೆ ಅವರೇ ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಡೊಂಗ್ ನಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಮೇಜರ್ ಕಮ್ಯುನಿಟಿಗಳು ಇರೋ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದಾಗ ವೀರ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಒಕ್ಕಲಿಗರು. ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತಾ? ಇವೆರಡನ್ನ ಎದುರು ಕೆಕ್ಕಂಡು ರಾಜಭಾರಿ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗತ್ತ? ಹಿಡಿರ್ಬೇಕು ನೋಡ.
ಒಕ್ಕಲಿಗರು ಮತ್ತು ಲಿಂಗಾಯತರೆಲ್ಲ ಸೇರಿ ಹೋರಾಟ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ.
ಅದೇ ಮತ್ತೆ ಇಬ್ಬರು ಸೇರಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ನಲ್ಲ, ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರವಾಗಿ ಇಬ್ಬರು ಸೇರಿದ ಮೇಲೆ ಅವ್ರು ರಾಜಭಾರಿ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗತ್ತ ಅಂತ ನೀವು ಕೇಳಿದೆ. ಮತ್ತೆ ನೋಡಂಬಿಡು.
ಸಭೆ ಯಾವಾಗ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ಸರ್? ವೀರಶೈವ ಲಿಂಗಾಯತ
ನಮ್ಮ ಸಭೆ ನಡೆದತ್ತೆ ನೋಡಿ.
Joining me now, India Today's editor Nagarjun Dwarkanath for the latest on that. Nagarjun, for someone who's not from the state of Karnataka, help put this in perspective, because Vokkaligas and Lingayats otherwise are dominant castes and spoken in the same term. What is the fissure then within? Why are they alleging that grave injustice is being done to them?
Vokkaligas and Lingayats, both dominant castes in Karnataka for generations. They have always held political clout, economic clout, land clout for generations together. Now what happens is that now that the caste census report shows 66 lakh across Karnataka is just Lingayats, 61 lakhs is just Vokkaliga, both communities feel that they're drastically shown less. The population is much more. Lingayats feel that they're 1 crore and above. What happens when the population becomes smaller? Muslims are much larger community in Karnataka as per the present census. Dalits are much larger population in the census. They feel that the caste equation will change the power dynamics in villages, in constituencies, where people will not listen to these two forward communities or dominant communities. If you look at all the political doings in Karnataka, starting from the post-independence, many chief ministers have been from Vokkaliga caste or the Lingayat caste. As recently as S.M. Krishna, who belongs to Vokkaliga caste, Virendra Patil is Lingayat, J.H. Patil is Lingayat, Deve Gowda is Vokkaliga. So most of the tenure has been held by either Lingayats or Vokkaligas. Now this whole caste census report will change the dynamics of power dynamics. Now the Dalits and the minorities might ask more in terms of cabinet, in terms of roles in the party.
And that will happen. Caste survey in many ways is done to then decide on later future welfare schemes and politics of it as well in terms of representation. Stay on with me, Nagarjun. I have more news coming in on this from Karnataka. Let's take a look at that. It's possibly a major caste survey blowback. 5 communities are raising opposition. This is very interesting. Lingayats, Vokkaligas, Tigalas are upset over how they are being shown in representation in the caste survey. They feel they're not being properly, appropriately represented with their numbers. And that's not it. Yadavs and Brahmins are also seeing red over this. They feel they are being sidelined. The charge is that the caste count is bodged up, numbers are fudged. Nagarjun, I wonder who is then happy about it. Most of these communities, at least 5 when we say, different groups, but are charging against the caste survey. What are you picking up about the numbers? What is happening there?
The government is on a back foot right now, considering all of major communities are against this caste census. Majority of them feel that their numbers have drastically been reduced. They feel that it's much more. The reservation that is recommended will be much more because the population will be much more. It boils down to, like I mentioned, Pooja, that it boils down to the power play. Lingayats and the Vokkaligas have always been dominant. Tigalas and Yadavs and Brahmins, they feel that they have been separated in different subcastes and this different column in the caste census. For example, Gollas in Karnataka are also considered Yadavs. So Yadavs have been given separate column. Gollas have been given separate column. Considering it says that both are different castes, but the community feels that both Yadav and Gollas belong to the same Yadav caste. So why divide us? And hence our numbers look smaller. Each community, each caste has the same problem of being drastically shown less. 6 crore population has been has given the answers for this caste census is what the commission, backward commission report says. But majority of the politicians and public say that none of us have come to our house. We don't know when this survey happened, and also it's outdated because it's 10-year-old survey. 2015 was a survey done, but placed before the cabinet in 2025. All crucial cabinet meeting will be held tomorrow. The CM will be on the answering chair to his cabinet because
Would
the cabinet
they have to do this survey again? Has a lot changed in 1 decade when it comes to the caste issues? Remember, this is something that the Congress has been putting forth as a massive benchmark, but it appears that for now there are a lot of unresolved issues presently among the community members.